So going pro, is that what I'm doing? Well, my new series on my main channel is called Going Pro. And what is that? That's me trying to qualify for a Champions Tour event. Now, I've been thinking about doing this as a series on my channel for a while now. I was hesitant. 2 reasons. One, I didn't want to say how old I was. Just being open with you guys. Whatever. I'm 50. So, but 2, I didn't want to put myself out there. That's 2. There's 3 reasons. That's 2. Because that's scary. Putting yourself out there. It's one thing kind of do it back behind the scenes. Just practice a little bit, shuffle, and try out for a couple events and keep it on the down low. That's one way to go about doing it. Or you could put yourself out there to the world and say, no, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna try. So that's where I went with it, and I was like, man. And like the third piece was, can I physically even do it? Like, I've got the swing speed, and physically I'm fit, but I was like, I don't know if I could practice that much every day. Can I? Can I actually do that? Can my body stand it? And I didn't know. But the more I thought about it, the more I leaned into it, the more it just kind of made a lot of sense. And I think for a couple reasons. One is the goal of the channel has always been to inspire people to go after things they believe in. Like in golf. Like, I really believe you could be a scratch golfer. I believe everybody can be a scratch golfer. So that was my goal, is to help you guys believe that and give you tips and drills and instruction and easy ways to be able to achieve that goal in a non-boring way. That was a huge piece of it. So I really go out of my way to make sure things are not boring. And hopefully, look, sometimes I do get a little boring. I'll admit that. And I'm like, oh, that was boring. Or you let me know. I know. And then I analyze that, I adjust that, and I try to grow and do better each and every time. So those are my hurdles. And another one of my hurdles was my swing flaw. And that's, I get across the line and loopy, a lot of people call it, at the top of the swing. And that is something I've struggled with for many years. And I know that when I get in competition that I have to deal with that. Otherwise, that deals with me mentally. And once I'm mentally kind of there, it's a battle. And I don't want to be in a wrestling match every time I go to try to qualify. I want to be able to trust my swing. I want to know, like, I got this. It's not bad. I can play with what I got. And so I know I got to put in the work to do it. So that was really episode 1 of working with Pro Carl out at White Columns Country Club. And he really was, for the first time, a lot of people have told me, like, you just take it too far inside, you work it in and up, and it goes that direction of the top of your swing. And I'm like, okay, but I've never been able to correct it as hard as I've worked. Carl was really the first guy who said, in order to correct it, you have to stand up taller and lead forward. And just kind of worked on my setup position, which that really goes into my philosophy of golf, is fix your setup. Now, I thought my setup was pretty good, but I could never get the club working on plane in the backswing or even outside of it. So I just did what I had to do. But changing that setup, one, caused me to shank the ball a number of times. And then playing in my, let's say, first practice day after that, it was rough. I'm still trying to get it. But then since then, it's really started to click. And I'm able to see it and feel it. And I'm slowly getting there, but quickly at the same time. So that's exciting. And, I think that even today I played 9 holes with Carl in a playing lesson. And that video is coming out on my main channel. So be sure to check that out as well. Like, just even that, he's a great coach, great player, really good player. That helped me just gain confidence, especially hearing somebody say, you could do this, man. Matt, you could do this. You could do this. And just that little bit, man, that really helps me a lot. And I know, like, That's what I do with you guys in terms of tips and drills. Like, you can do this. This is what you do. Here's how you can do it. I believe in you, and I do believe in you because I do believe everybody can get to scratch. So, but to receive that on the other end was, man, it's just like he putting life into my body and belief. And I know there's going to be hard times. I know there's going to be failure. That's what golf is. I mean, golf is ups and downs, failure, get down, back up, down, up, down, up. And I know I have to enter some pro events coming up, which is going to happen. And that's going to be scary at first. But as we go, the more I do it, the more I'm going to grow and just gaining confidence. So I'm looking forward to that. And each and every day putting in the work, which is literally like 4 to 6 hours of practice a day. So what does that look like? What does my practice day look like? Like today, I'm at the golf course, 8:30 a.m. I'm putting 3-foot circles. I made 40 in a row right now is where I'm at. And then I practiced some 10-footers, just making sure I'm hitting my line, feeling comfortable with my putter. And then I worked just a little bit on like 20-footers, nothing major. Then I went and I'm hitting balls. And by this time, it's probably 9:30. And it's probably around there. Let's just say. So then I'm hitting balls for an hour. And I was going to go even longer. But so I'm hitting balls for a good hour, just working on my swing. Carl texts me like, let's go play 9. So then 10:30, we're out playing 9 holes for a couple hours. So that was great. I mean, it's a really good day. So 8:30 to 12:30, that's a nice 4 hours of practice. And that's kind of my minimum. Typically after I did that 9 holes, what I would do is go hit balls for another 2 hours. So that would be 6 hours of practice. That's more of my typical. And in that, what I would do also is film a video. It's, one of my videos I would film in that space too, after or around that time, so that we're constantly making good content for you so you can grow and improve in your game. Also filming the journey, the episodes of my going pro journey. So there's going to be a lot. There's playing lessons. There's, first practice day. There's matches I'm going to be playing with different people that I've set up that are going to, help me prepare for just that competitive. So you have the competitive edge, which you need that. You have to have it. You got to be so just used to stuff. You got to play for money. You got to gamble. You got to get uncomfortable in stressful situations, and then play in events so that you can start getting that that tournament grind. And then there's going to be the qualifying process where I go and I try to qualify for an event, a Champions Tour event, or a PGA Tour Champions event, or a Senior U.S. Open, which isn't for probably another year. The Senior U.S. Open is going on right now, so I would have tried to qualify this year, but my game wasn't anywhere near ready. So I'll train for a year and go for qualifying for the Senior U.S. Open next year. And we'll just keep doing the process and take you along for the journey so that you could see the work, the highs, the lows. I know there will be some. I'm not looking forward to. Do I want it to be easy? No, I want it to be hard. And hard is good. If you're doing something and it's easy, well, you're doing it wrong. So it should be hard. It should be difficult. You should be tested. And I remember this like in wrestling. You train and you practice and you get in shape, and then you get in your first wrestling match and you're tired in the first minute and you're like, I'm out of shape. And you're like, man, this is going to be a lot harder than I thought it was. And then you got to go back to practice and take up your intensity and your training to another level. So I know that I'm just prepared mentally that is going to happen. So there's going to be great days. I'm sure I'm going to go low. I shot 1 under in 9 holes today. So that was good, positive. And I felt really, really good about that. Ball striking was good. Hit some really great shots, hit some really bad shots, but managed to manage the game. And it's going to be a great journey, and I'm glad you're along for the ride. So let me know what your thoughts are on what you want to see in this, let's say, series of episodes that come out. Like, what kind of stuff do you want to see me showcase? The practice, all the practice days, everything I do? Do you want long videos? Do you want really short videos? Do you want to see all the tournament shots in the tournaments, the qualifiers? Do you just want highlights? Let me know what you want to see, or things I'm missing in there. Like, you want to see me going to my chiropractor, because that's a reality. I need that. So let me know what you want to see, my nutrition, whatever it is, and I'll try to integrate that and include that in the journey as per your requests. So thanks so much for listening, and a huge shout out to Invited, formerly known as Club Corp. Those are a group of clubs, and I'm a member of the clubs here in North Georgia. It's a great way to be members of different clubs and a network throughout the country. So it's called Invited. There's a link in the video description below. So, and it's great. Since I travel a little bit, I'm able to play the different clubs within the network, in that network, and get my practice in, get my playing in, and do what we need to do to stay sharp wherever we are. So thanks for watching. Love you guys. See you real soon.